It's 5:40 and I'm late to the gym to meet my boss. I'm not a morning person. I go to the gym at 8 like a normal human being. Let's go work out.
Careful with your back.
Alright, man, so what motivates you to wake up so early to get in the gym?
Well, first, I think you gotta have a good routine, right? But I used to be really, really fat when I was younger. I used to get bullied for it. So I guess it stems from that. And then after I started getting more in shape and opened up the businesses, I wasn't finding the time of day in like normal hours, like 8 a.m. To hit the gym. So I just had to wake up earlier. So I would try 5 a.m., 6 a.m. workouts. They just give you so much more time to do things throughout your day just by waking up 2 to 3 hours earlier than everybody else. And then it's a healthy thing to do. So why not?
I feel it. 5 a.m. not for me though. No, I got kids. No. Oh, it's 6:45 and we just finished our workout. Even though I was late, I still got it in, and it is different when you do somebody else's workout, but I feel great. I'm gonna go home and take a shower and get ready to go to the office and meet up to go to Orange County. See you then.
A lot of people think coffee is just a cup of coffee, but like, dude, Starbucks is technically considered luxury coffee, just like a Peet's. If you make your own cup of coffee at home with just cream and sugar, it costs you about $1 at most per serving, per cup. And at a Starbucks or whatever, you know, they have all this overhead, but it's still technically luxury. You're paying way more for a cup of coffee. So my advice is if you're not financially where you should be or want to be, save your money. Spoil yourself from time to time, like once a week, but save your money. If you're going every fucking day, like, don't. Save your money, put it towards something else, and then when you are financially more stable or you can afford to get a cup of coffee every day, right, then go do it if you'd like.
Coffee habits, I say it's more about, discipline than it is about actually buying the coffee. It doesn't matter what you buy, whatever your daily crutch is. It's more about your habits. Build good habits.
I'm so gone. No, I'm never turning back. I won't stop. I'ma fight until there's...
What's up, everyone? My name is Jason Diaz. I am a young entrepreneur, so I'm only 25. The things that I do are real estate, insurance, mortgage loans, and a construction company. They all sound very different in aspects, but they all have to deal with housing, right? And majority of them are finance. The reason why I got into those fields is because honestly, I actually never wanted to start. No one, I don't think anybody is 5 years old and wants to say, I want to grow up to be an insurance agent or a realtor for that matter, right? Originally, I wanted to join the military and I couldn't get in because of medical reasons. So then I went to college and then I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll be a mechanic. Got into Cal State Fullerton for engineering, took my first physics class, and she was like, yeah, no, this is not for me. So I switched. It was way too difficult. Coding was a pain in the ass. So I switched to business. Ended up getting my insurance license to start working at the age of 19. At 19 years old, my income from insurance was about $36,000 as a 19-year-old, which most of my friends at the time weren't even making close to 20, right? Then kind of gave up with school because I kept getting into arguments with these professors on how to run a business, how to do all these things. So I was just like, yeah, you know what, this isn't for me either. So I dropped out of college, got my real estate license right after at 20, and I just kept working at it. And it came to the point where it was just like, I fell in love with the process and the whole like way that industry is ran. Like you get such a good feeling about putting someone in a home, right? And then after, you know, spontaneously my dad goes, why don't you get the mortgage loan license too? Like at the end of the day, you can get a check there, get a check there, and get a check there. So you can potentially get a 3-in-1. And I was like, well, yeah, I'm letting money slip by, so might as well. So I went out, took my test, failed it the first time, went back, studied, passed it the second time, and started doing loans at the age of 22. Yeah, because I was 2 or 3 years into real estate already by the time I got my loan license. And yeah, I just kept working at it, and then the construction company just so happened to come along because I have uncles who work in that field. And at the end of the day, I don't want to be a salesperson forever till the day I die. I want to be the CEO of a company, which thankfully I am now, but then I also want to become a developer, right? So like, you see all these KB Homes, Lennar, Pulte, all those guys, they're developers. That's where I want to be. And then all those homes, sell it through the real estate company, finance it through the mortgage company, insure it through the insurance company. So then that's how they're all tied in together. So that's basically, you know, a little bit of a rundown of the businesses and, you know, kind of like what they do in each sector. And my job now is I try not to do as much production as I did before. Now it's more like management, training, accounting, expansion, growth. You know, how do I keep increasing and growing the companies and helping my agents be successful? Because I'll be honest with you, any of these industries is very difficult to be successful when you first start, and it takes a lot out of you. This industry will either eat your ass alive or it'll spit you back out nice and shiny. You know, one of the two. That's it. There's no in between. There's no gray area. So that's my main role right now with all of the companies. So majority of my day is spent on a computer or on a phone call, working, traveling and stuff. It's not really so much like, you know, like that exciting, like what you see on maybe $1 million listing, like these guys going out to, you know, just tour houses and all that stuff. Like, yeah, I still do those from time to time, but my job now is, like I said, more computer based.
With that being said, it seems that trade is more of your route. Would you say a trade degree is more valuable than a degree from university, whether it be science, math, engineering?
Well, here's the thing. I don't down college, but I would say it really depends what you want to be in life, right? So if you're going to college, right, and I know a bunch of people who did this when I went, and you go in there not having a plan or not having a goal in mind, right, and you just say, screw it, I'm going to be studying sociology. All right, well, fuck, that's kind of useless. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, let's just keep it 100. Like, it's kind of useless to go major in sociology. I would much rather have you focus and go to college if you're gonna be a neurosurgeon, you know, anything. Which I guess theoretically you can classify it as a trade because it's like a certain thing. If you're gonna go for that thing, right? But they don't have like a doctor's only school. Like you can just get it generally, or an attorney or something like that. But if you're just gonna go there for sociology or you know, like basically something that really isn't going to contribute to you in the future or waste your time and your money and resources just to get that degree, just to say that I went to college, I would much rather have you focus on what makes you happy and fulfilled in life and go learn that. So like, or what you're good at with no effort, right? So if you're good at building things like a contractor and it comes naturally and easily to you, do that one.
So obviously you have all these businesses and they're doing quite well. When did you first get your first glimpse of success?
Well, the first glimpse technically was like my third year of real estate. But then I lost it all because of the whole like fiance thing not ending well. And then I had to regain it back. So then I would say that would be like the true first one. But ideally, 2020, barely 2 years ago. I guess everyone's definition of success is a little bit different, but for me it was more of like, okay, I don't have to always be prospecting anymore, and money's still coming in even if I step away, right?
Okay.
So I guess when I started earning my time and freedom back is when, like, to me that's real wealth. Like, wealth is when you can, because anyone can get money all day every day long, but you can't buy your time as easily. So I think when you can get time and freedom back, you're good to go.
Okay, so let's backpedal a second here. You said before you had a fiance. So with that being said, how do you find balancing work life and personal and social life?
Well, when I first started, I had no personal life and no social life. Like, my buddies would ask me to go hang out. Can't. I got this to do. At the time when I was engaged or even like dated different girls after, let's go out here, and I'd make the time to like show up, but it was more of like, at the table, a dinner table, whatever, my phone would be here just in case, right? Now that I can balance my life a little bit more easier, if I'm on a date or if I'm hanging out with family, like, silence the phone, put it there, I can see it, and then whenever I want to get back to it, I'll get back to it. Like, there's no rush anymore. I travel once a month now, sometimes twice a month. I tend to go out to try new places like food. I take the team out to go drink, to go eat, all that stuff. So I guess it's a little bit more flexible now, but at the beginning it was a lot more hard. The key to that is, don't think, and I get it, when you have a business or you're a salesperson, that everything has to be done like this. Like, yes, time is urgent, right? But take time and breathe for yourself. Like, just because you do it an hour earlier doesn't always mean that an hour later it's going to affect it. Sometimes it will, but not always.
All right, Jason, obviously you got this nice car. What made you want to go through with this purchase?
So I've always been pretty like financially smart with like what I buy and what I don't buy. But I got rid of my Tesla, and electric cars are cool, they're comfy, Teslas are great, but I've always been a sports car guy. So I wasn't even looking for this car originally. I was looking for a Nissan GTR, and I had an appointment scheduled to go check one out, test drive it and all that stuff. But then my dad was like, oh, why don't you get a Shelby? Like, those are rare and like they're iconic. And I was like, oh, well, I never really gave a thought, but it's actually on my vision board. So I was like, all right, so I'll start looking for some. Well, then I found some for sale, hence this one. And then I started comparing the two, the GTR versus this car, and noticed that the maintenance over a long term is a lot cheaper on this car, and it has more power. And I just think it looks fucking sexy. And after driving this car, it's a beast, phenomenal. Like, it rides smooth, like it's perfect condition. Like, I think it's a great car, me personally. And to have a car that only 5,000 of them were made across the country, like, that's rare. Like, it's limited. But that's why.
I agree.
It's a nice whip, but
You hate the environment, you say. You got rid of the Tesla.
A little bit.
No,
bro.
I'm just
little
messing with
bit. I mean.
All right, Jason, I appreciate you letting me follow you around all day. Don't know how you get up at 5:30 in the morning. Not for me, but it works for you. So
A bunch of caffeine. It's pre-workout for the gym, maybe a cup of coffee, and maybe a pick-me-up at third point during the day. But you just gotta do what you gotta do. No matter how you feel, no matter if you're tired. I mean, obviously take care of yourself health-wise. That's what I do. But you just gotta keep going until the day's over.
all right. So with that said, anything you want to plug?
Yeah. You guys go to my business Instagram pages. You'll find all of the realtors, all the team members and their Instagrams in there. You know, they'll be tagged in photos, tagged in everything. Give a shout out. Make sure you follow, subscribe, like, whatever you got to do for Kalen. You know, you're welcome. If you ever want to tag along on another video, it's maybe something more local, by all means, I don't mind. And you guys, make sure you guys follow me also on social media. You know, the Instagram handle's right here. If you want to see the Shelby, if you want to get to know me and the next business adventures I'm going to open. And if you guys also have a business that you want to start, I'm opening up a business consultation business, right? Which I'll be helping people out grow and develop their businesses from start to finish or existing to where they want to be. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys, with that said, peace out.